Hello everyone, this is Resolute and welcome to the Cobra Commander toy review. And today's story we're looking at the 2010 release by Hasbro of the G.I. Joe Resolute of the Cobra battle set that consists of 7 figures. Yes, 7 figures, which has Cobra Commander, the Cobra leader, Destro, the weapon supplier, Baroness of the Cobra intelligence officer, Storm Shadow, the Cobra ninja, Ali Viper, the Cobra assault trooper, Zartan, the master of disguise, and Firefly, the Cobra saboteur. Now, I gotten this straight from a local toy shop near my area, which they originally priced it for 229 ringgit and 90 cents. Retail price is 230 ringgit instead. However, I actually gotten a discount when I purchased this, so I gotten this for 200 ringgit instead. So I actually saved about 30 ringgit there. Not bad. Now, let's take a look at the front part packaging here. The front part packaging, it showcases all of the 7 figures along with all the accessories available there. And the base stand is most likely hidden inside the packaging itself. Maybe there will be extra bits of accessories, we're not too sure until we open it up later on. Now, the background artwork is not really nicely done. It's really dull. It's actually showcasing a very green, more like a swampy feel of a forest. So it's not really impressive, but you notice all the green stuff in the background there. Now, the top part here, it showcases all the characters' names, and at the bottom, nothing impressive, just the logo itself. On the side, it's just the logo, and at the back, you notice there are 7 portraits of the characters itself. And in the middle here, it shows a little write-up on Cobra trying to control and threaten the world again, and it's only up to the G.I. Joe team to stop Cobra Commander from controlling the world. And that's about it. Now, this is a part 1 video, so the first figure we're gonna review is Cobra Commander, the big snake himself. Subsequent videos we will review the rest of the figures itself. So without further ado, we will review on the Cobra Commander. So let's open up the packaging just to review Cobra Commander and molest the toy. Be right back. And we're back after reviewing the figure, and the rest of the stuff out from packaging. Now, inside the packaging, it comes with a file card for Cobra Commander and a stated Cobra leader, codename Cobra Commander, file name classified, primary military specialty is intelligence, secondary military specialty ordnance, experimental weaponry, birthplace classified, grade Commander-in-Chief. The entire write-up here is exactly the same, well, his plot, according to the G.I. Joe Resolute animation, which is very nicely done. And at the bottom he quotes, "Do not move against me, do not disobey me, do as I command and you will receive unimaginable rewards," which he quoted that part during the animation itself. Very nicely done. Here you got a nice little portrait of Cobra Commander, and at the back it's just pure black. Now, inside the packaging, it also comes with his accessories. You got the base stand here, and is a typical 25th anniversary version of the Cobra base stand. You got a nice little Cobra logo there, and 2 pegs for the figure to stand on. Now, on the nameplate, it's stated as Cobra Commander, and on the other side, it's stated as 2007 Hasbro, made in China. Now, for the accessories, is basically the same as the original single-carded version of the Resolute Cobra Commander, with, well, addition one more. We'll go through it one by one. First, it comes with a pistol, very nicely done, nice little detailed stuff. And there's no way for you to actually holster the pistol itself, so Cobra Commander has to hold the weapon when you pose it, or you can chuck it somewhere else. Next, we have his helm, which is removable, and a saber, which is all warped because it stayed in the packaging, in the sword sheath itself for quite some time, so it's warped a little bit and can store straight into the sheath with no problem, and the figure can actually hold it quite well. And finally, a new accessory, which to me is kind of pointless, where they package this Cobra Commander into the 7 pack and just gave him 1 new accessory. And this accessory actually appeared in the Resolute animation, where he used this dagger and, well, stab Major Blood's heart, and according to him, carved his heart out or something, which is very nicely done with the details on the hilt of the dagger itself, very nicely detailed. But the paint job is simple, it's just gold and silver. I really wish they, well, do indeed paint the eyes red for the Cobra eyes there. It will be very nicely done, but well, what can you do? And for these two accessories, he can't actually store them on the figure itself. There's no gun holster or a dagger sheath. The only thing he can store is the, well, saber itself. Other than that, he has to hold the two other items. Now, let's take a look at the figure's paint job. Now, there is a difference for this Cobra Commander. Yes, there is. Despite that, it's exactly similar paint job, but yes, I have the original single color version. As you notice, this one is more darker compared to this one. This is more brighter, and the paint job is a bit more better compared to the original version. Now, you'll notice the original version here, you got the dark blue lining at the edges here at his lower skirt, and accompanying with his blue uniform, you're hardly able to see the lining at all. But if you compare to this one, you can see the dark blue going all the way down to his lower section of the, well, skirt itself. It's actually a better, a little bit more detailed, a bit more better paint job compared to the original figure itself. However, a bit disappointing part is that the rest of the stuff is still the same. For instance, the Cobra logo here is the same paint job, there's nothing changed there. And the silver buttons, the belt buckle, all the silver stuff is the same. So if I want to like this figure, I actually prefer this paint job because it's more better painted compared to the original figure. This one is a bit more better. For the sculpt, there is nothing new with the sculpt because they are exactly the same, so I can't comment that much. It's just a repaint. Now, this piece here, I also forgot to mention that this piece here, this mantle thingy, is also a separate piece where you can remove it by popping off the head and then remove the entire piece. But once you pop the head off from the figure, putting the head back in onto the peg itself is a chore, because the ball for the peg itself is a rather bit too big and the hole is a bit too tight. Now, for articulation, is basically the same thing. The head can actually turn 360 degrees and move a little bit up and down and to the sides. Now, the arms can turn 360 degrees, but due to being hindered by the mantle itself, it can only go forward and back a little bit. So that's the other one. Without the mantle, it can go 360 degrees. Shoulders is also limited due to the mantle, but can raise the arms a little bit like so. Elbow joint bend this far, bend back, turn 360 degrees. Wrist joint here, actually the entire glove turns 360 degrees, and that's about it. Torso joint here cannot go back and forth because it's being hindered by the skirt itself. So you can actually turn the body 360 degrees a little bit because it's being hindered due to the entire sculpt of the skirt itself. But you can see you can actually turn it 360 degrees now. Now, the hip joints here is also being hindered by the lower section of the skirt itself, so you can, well, move this much, move back a little bit, and spread the legs this far. Double jointed knee that can bend, well, all the way, but it is also being hindered by the lower skirt at the back here. And the ankle joint can pivot downwards and upwards and turn 360 degrees. Now, overall, it's basically the same figure, and I prefer this paint job compared to the, well, the original one, because it's a bit more better paint details here. You know, this is much more better, but the blue is a bit too bright. I still prefer the old one, but this is a nice little touchdown. The accessory is a nice little addition, but really they could have done this with a single colored version rather than packed this figure into the 7-pack. So nothing new. If you don't have Cobra Commander, the Resolute Cobra Commander, and you bought the Cobra Battle set, then this is a good figure. I could give it a nice little 7 out of 10 because there's a lot of hindrance to his articulation, and you can't actually store a lot of accessories to his whole body itself. The skirt is hindering his movement. You can't pose him in a lot of dynamic poses, and that's about it. But it's a nice little figure, a nice little sculpted figure with a lot of nice little details there, and I really like the paint job. But if you already have the single carded version, then this is just a mere 5 out of 10. So I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05, and I'm signing off.